And that's the great victory for the normal, that after earth-shattering events, in the end, decency, society, the bond of the family, babies, these are the proper destiny of men.
Oh. Thanks, Pete. Thanks for putting some of the scenes back in.
So that's it, guys. That is the end of the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
That's the end there. This is it.
This is it now.
This is the end of the commentary of the end of the movie, which is the end of the trilogy, which is the end of the Lord of the Rings.
Which is the end of your life as you know it.
Please don't say that.
It's true.
Take it back.
Right, I didn't mean that. Sorry.
Take it back.
I take it back.
Is that you taking it back?
Yeah, I've taken it back.
You're forgiven.
Thanks.
These sketches is just such a stunning tribute.
And what a wonderful bookend to the film as well, to end with the conceptual art. It historically links you to what Tolkien was trying to create, and that's always what I've thought of Alan Lee's work as being able to give you some sense of
a bridge artistically to that world. How do you get there? And Pete has said time and again, you know, what they did to gain inspiration was go to these drawings. So
it's great. It just brings it back to the book.
It does. It puts us into the context of the tradition of Lord of the Rings.
I think the world's got me to thank for the credits at the end of the third film. I said to Peter, can't you revive that tradition of seeing the actors' faces next to their names, particularly with such a long cast list as this? If you're not quite certain of who is who, and the credits tend to go past rather fast, it would be such a help, you know, just to have the face by the name. I was always making good suggestions, not just to Peter, to the world in general, and nobody pays any regard to what I say. Except on this case, it happened, and no one could have been more thrilled than I when I suddenly thought, oh my goodness me, he did think it was a good idea. And then to commission Alan Lee to complete his journey on the film, the man who illustrated the books, and set for with John Howe for us what we expected Middle-earth to look like. Don't underestimate their contribution. And there we all are. So, yes, with our drawings. And, yep, I suggested that. Maybe other people did too.
I'd love mine. I'd love to have a copy of it. Hint, hint. In fact, I'd like them all. It'd be great to have the whole collection, wouldn't it, in a book. Put it together in a book.
It's a fantastic drawing. I would love a copy. That's all I can say. It's beautiful.
By this point, I was thinking, oh, it'll be great because there'll be a lovely sketch of Gollum. And I had no idea that I'd be up there as well.
Yes, precious, of course you were going to be up there because we love you, really.
Well, thank you very much.
No, we do. We couldn't have done it without you.
Oh, shut up.
I feel privileged when they read Tolkien. And there will be people as they get older who, at the moment, are too young to do this, who will read the books, because they certainly will have seen the films. They will see me as Saruman. They will see Elijah as Frodo. They will see everybody as they are on the screen, because Tolkien doesn't describe precisely how everybody looks. He doesn't describe what Frodo looks like, or Sam. He doesn't describe exactly what Aragorn looks like. I don't think he facially, physically describes any of his characters. Inevitably, people are going to say, well, Gimli, that's John Rhys Davies.
The film never ceases to take my breath away when I see it. And all made in Wellington. Wellington, New Zealand. Who the heck would have thought that you could make a picture like this anywhere outside the great film capitals of the world? Well, I guess Wellington, New Zealand is one of the great film capitals of the world. Glad I was part of it.
Possibly one of the most interesting things was that we became a fellowship of men and women from all over the world who gathered in this corner of New Zealand. We were like the United Nations. We proved that it could be done. And it was done easily. It was so easy to be open to each other. And so we see each other now. We'll be friends for life. There's no question about that. Because we went through the tough times and the happy times. And I guess it has changed my life the privilege of being involved in it in the first place.
I was blessed to have found myself in New Zealand amongst a creative team under the direction and guidance of a genius like Peter Jackson, and in the company of some of the most beautiful human beings that I think I'll ever meet, and working on material like J.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, which was adapted for the screen. I'm not sure when I'm ever going to really believe I did it. I'm almost like, I don't know when it's ever going to really feel real to me. It was a magical time. It's made me a different person, certainly a different actor than I would have been otherwise. But everything after that, having worked on that, I thought, that's the bar, and I've got to keep the work up there. This is an experience of a lifetime, and I just want everything to be as good, and I've got to do everything in my power to try and create something that can have the same, everything else has got to try and live up to that.
Great, I've enjoyed this, Tom.
So we'll ever do DVD commentary again?
Yeah, maybe for something, but certainly not for Lord of the Rings. But one thing I am glad of is that we didn't have to be naked this time.
Yeah. I didn't understand the footnotes last time about being naked. They said that clothes can affect the microphones and stuff, but we're wearing clothes now, it doesn't feel any different.
But I don't see why we have to be dressed as farmers' wives.
You said that the farmers' wives thing comes in because it allows the volume of your vocal cords to be at its highest hilt.
What, because the petticoat seems to be quite tight around
it's like wearing a corset.
Oh yeah, I mean it feels good, don't get me wrong.
Can I put these potatoes down now?
Yeah, they must be heavy.
You should put down those carrots.
Yeah, and I'll just take off this hat.
Well, that's it. Don't rent it next time, buy it. Go back and buy the other ones as well. You know you should. They'll look good in your collection.
Be good to each other.
Yeah, be nice. Spread good feelings.
Hold someone.
It's over, you got to stop speaking now.
I can't stop speaking.
It's done.
I feel as though I've rallied the troops.
If there are people still listening at this point, it means that we have failed.
Right.
They should have gone.
Where are they going to go?
They'll go and have a cup of tea or coffee now.
Is there a bathroom around here? I think that's what everybody says at the end of the film. Where's the toilet?
Thank you for listening to our
rambling.
Yeah.
Well, it's been not to get emotional on you or to reflect, but it has been the single greatest experience of my life, and I think I speak for everyone when I say that.
I concur.
And that all of you have been with us every step of the way, sharing in our experiences and sharing in what it took to bring this to your home is pretty special. And I've certainly never felt that intensely about what a movie has become after it's been released, and how it's been something that a whole world has been able to share with us. And I think that's really special.
I'm going now because I'm going to get all emotional. Bye bye, everybody.
I wanted to say something like, thank you all.
All right, calm down. Just, can someone get me a tissue?
Right, that's it, I'm off.